volume, momentum, volatility, time, and sentiment. So 7-step approach towards time, towards trading. So now I'm going to introduce one more dimension to it. Let's say make it an 8-step process, and that is called a trend strength. And to know the trend strength, no other tool is so competent like something called as ADX, average directional index. Now, again, like we have a conventional versus unconventional way of looking at RSI. Like conventional is 70-30 and divergences, and the unconventional is 60-40 and reverse divergences, which I've been doing so many videos on RSI so far, including so many Tuesday technical talks. But in the similar fashion, in ADX also, there is a conventional ADX and there is an unconventional ADX, which is very powerful. Both are very powerful. In this case, I would say both are very powerful. In RSI, I would say the unconventional is very powerful. That's why we use 60-40 and reverse divergence predominantly. But in ADX, the conventional, which is the 14 ADX, 14 DMI and 14 ADX, is also powerful, whereas the other unconventional, which I'm going to show you right now, is also very powerful. So, and let's talk about, to know more about this. In fact, we have added ADX as a bonus topic for Start at a Program, those who were there on the webinar last time. In fact, the recording of the webinar is also available on malkanstarcall.com. So make sure you go and watch the webinar on 9th Feb. We did one. And the next webinar, we are doing again one more webinar tomorrow, which is 12th of February. And you are going to, those who are registered, they will get the link. And if you haven't, then go to this and register yourself for the free webinar, where you also see the recording of the previous one. So in this webinar, and if you think this video is going to be useful, make sure you share this video right now. Tag some people on the chart timeline so that they watch this video live. So, okay, let me show you the chart now. And my favorite tool, one of second favorite tool. In fact, the way I've been working on RSI since last almost like 12 years now on the unconventional way. Similarly, Meghna Malkan, who's also the co-trainer in all our programs, has been working on ADX since last 5 to 6 years. And she has gone deeper into ADX like I have gone deeper into RSI. And I'm going to share some of those things right now, learning from her actually. So let me just share something about ADX. So let's go to the chart. Now let's go to the traditional ADX. Okay, this is the 14 ADX. You can see these 3 lines are there. So let me make this pink line a black line so it becomes very easy for you to identify. Yes, if you guys can see the chart, and make sure you say yes, I can see the chart. And I need some energy. Need some hearts, some thumbs up. If you're liking this video series, which I'm doing continuously, almost like 20 days. So need some hearts and thumbs up, please. Yes. And yes, thank you so much. And also share this video if you're thinking this is going to be very, very powerful. So let me just go to the basic, the conventional ADX. Now you see that there are 3 lines. It looks like slightly complicated compared to ADX, but it's very simple. And I'll try to make it as simple as possible. That's the whole USP of Malkan's U Training Institute, to make it very simple. So the red and blue are called the DMIs. It's a 14-period by default setting. You will get it. So if the red is up, that means, of course, the downtrend is on. And if the blue is up, that means the uptrend is on. Let's say here there's blue is up, it's an uptrend. So this is basic 14 DMIs. And what is the role of ADX? If you see the black line is an ADX, and if ADX is basically the difference between the blue and the green. So what is the blue and the red? So sorry, I just messed up. What is the blue and red is basically, it is going to be, blue is bullish, red is bearish. The more they are wider apart, that much stronger the trend. And if they are close enough, that means not so strong trend or sideways market. So let's see some more examples of, see, this is where sideways market, blue and red are crisscrossing. And when there is a trend which is stronger, like strong downtrend, the red will go up, the blue will go down. they will go apart, and ADX will show the strength of the trend. DMIs, write down if you're taking notes. DMI shows you the direction of the market. ADX shows you the trend of the market or the trend strength of the market. If ADX is rising like this, see this is rising going up, that means the trend is strong. Which trend is strong? The red one, that means the downtrend is strong. And ADX is falling, that means the trend is weak. Which trend is weak? The downtrend has got weak, that means it's a possibility of an uptrend or a sideways market, right? So let's go, and if you can't follow it in one shot, make sure you watch this video again. Look at this one where trend is up, blue is up, and ADX is rising. That means trend is strong. And then it turns down, trend is weak. And then red crossover. Can you see a crossover? Is a crossover, that means the trend is now down. So there are crisscross crossovers and other things. Let's look at, say, Nifty as on yesterday, which is the trend blue. That means an uptrend. But ADX is rising, but below certain level. That comes to another point. Like in RSI, we have 60-40. In ADX, it's a banded oscillator from 0 to 100. So if it's below 20 ADX, means it's a sideways to choppy market. Can you see this is already a choppy market since this period? So this is sideways market. This is trended market on the downside. This is trended market on the upside. And this is sideways market on ADX. So this is conventional ADX, which is so powerful already, right? But then there's always another way, simpler way or advanced way, or what we call unconventional way of ADX. And in that unconventional ADX, so far, have you learned, the guys, what have you learned so far? ADX rising means trend is strong. ADX declining, turning down, that means trend is weak. Now, ADX is very important when it comes to exit. ADX is very important when it comes to options. ADX is very important to have a positional trade. So that also we have included as a bonus session in Started a Program. And make sure you go and watch this video on malkanstarcall.com, and also the recording of the previous video and the next one, which is happening tomorrow. We are doing a webinar at around 9:30 or 10. We'll send you the link for that. So make sure you're part of the live webinar and you learn some more about ADX in that session. And now this is where I cover the conventional ADX. And let's say tomorrow I'll do one more video, which will where I will do unconventional ADX. Let me tell you what is unconventional ADX. Is basically you don't use 14. There are two different numbers. So for DMIs, I will use 13, and for ADX, I will use 8. Now this is unconventional. Now that's why I have two different charts, because I cannot have 13 and 8 in the same chart in this software, which is Advanced Get, but you can have it in other softwares, or you can put it separately like this. Here I see only ADX, here I see only DMI, which is 13. So 13 and 8 is unconventional. And I'll share some more secrets about unconventional ADX in my tomorrow's webinar coming up on malkanstarcall.com. So make sure you are registered for the same, and look at ADX as a trend strength indicator. It is giving you very strong exit signal, very strong call and put strategies to buy and sell. So let's talk about more ADX in tomorrow's webinar on malkanstarcall.com. I hope if you like this video on basic ADX, make sure you share this video, and I'll see you soon for tomorrow's webinar at malkanstarcall.com. Thank you so much. Good luck, good trading, and have a great day.